Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Today we are going to study chapter number 10 of chemistry, that is halogen derivatives. This is part 2, so let's begin. Students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about halogen derivatives of hydrocarbon and classification of halogen derivatives in a different way. So let's continue with halogen derivatives of hydrocarbon. Today we are going to discuss about nomenclature of halogen derivatives. Nomenclature means naming, or we can say namkaran of different compounds of halogen derivatives. So we are going to study how to name halogen derivatives by common name system and IUPAC system. In the standard 11, we have learnt about this nomenclature part in detail, but in this lecture, we will take a quick view of nomenclature, while in the upcoming lectures, you will also get details of nomenclature wherever it is needed to make your chemistry easy. So let's start with a common name system. This nomenclature system is useful for only naming simple organic compounds. Common name of the compound usually has some history behind it and usually accepted on account of its uses. So let us discuss few terms involved in it. The common name of alkyl halides are derived by naming the alkyl group followed by the name of halogen as a halide. That means halogen derivatives are named by naming the alkyl group attached to halogen and adding the name of halide. Here is the example. You can observe here, this is the methyl group. As we know, methyl group can be obtained by removing one hydrogen from methane. This methyl group is bonded to iodine, so its name is methyl iodide. The second example, in this alkyl group is of 2 carbon atoms, that's why it's ethyl, which is bonded to bromine, that's why name is ethyl bromide. This is the next example where you can observe the alkyl group is of 3 carbon atoms, which is bonded to chlorine, that's why its name is propyl chloride. Here alkyl group is of 4 carbon atoms, that's why butyl, and halogen is chloride. While naming the halogen derivatives by using common name, few prefixes like N, iso, secondary, tertiary, etc. are used for the alkyl group. Let us talk about where we can use these prefixes. So prefix N is used for those alkyl group having continuous chain of carbon, that is straight chain, without any branches. Here is the example for this. N indicates the straight chain, propyl means contain 3 carbon atoms, and halogen is chlorine. Therefore its name is N-propyl chloride. The next prefix, that is iso. It is used for those alkyl groups in which one methyl group is attached to the next to end carbon atom, that is second last carbon of a continuous chain. The example for this is isobutyl bromide. Iso indicates one methyl group on the second last carbon atom. Then butyl indicates total number of carbon atoms of 4 and halogen is bromine. That's why name is isobutyl bromide. The next prefix is neo, which is used for those alkyl groups in which 2 methyl groups are attached to second last carbon atom of a continuous chain, and the example for this is neopentyl bromide. Neo shows that 2 methyl groups are present on second last carbon atom. Pentyl shows 5 carbon atoms are there in the structure and halogen is bromide. So its name is neopentyl bromide. In the previous video, we have already discussed about primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halide, while the sec term is used for those alkyl halide in which halogen is attached to secondary carbon atom. While tertiary butyl bromide, the third term is used here because bromine is bonded to tertiary carbon atom. Students, let us understand IUPAC nomenclature for halogen derivatives. This IUPAC nomenclature system is useful for naming the simple as well as the complex structure of halogen derivatives. While naming the halogen derivatives by using this system, we have to consider or identify few components or terms. In this, monohalogen derivatives are named as haloalkanes. For example, CH3CH2Cl. Halogen here is chlorine, that's why the name will starts with chloro. Straight chain contain two carbon atoms, so alkane is ethane. Therefore, its name is chloroethane. While numbering a carbon chain, we have to consider the longest continuous chain of this carbon atom containing halogen atom, which is selected for the naming parent alkane. Here is the example for this concept. You can observe here a longest chain is of 4 carbon atom. That's why parent alkane is butane. The next one, while numbering, we also have to consider a position of halogen atom, which is indicated by minimum number rule, that is lowest locant rule. Here is the example. In this example, we can start numbering by right hand side or by giving left hand side. If I start numbering from the right hand side, the position of chlorine is second, and if I start numbering from left hand side, then position of chlorine is third, but the correct numbering is this, that is from the right hand side. This is because it follows the lowest locant rule, that is substitutes or branches should get the lowest possible number. IUPAC name of this structure is 2-chlorobutane. This compound is named as haloalkane. Halogen atoms are considered as the prefixes and are named as chloro, bromo, iodo, etc. The position of alkyl groups or side chains, if present, are indicated by proper locants and their names are written in alphabetical order as a prefixes. Here is the example to understand this. Students, you can observe here there are 4 carbon atoms in a straight chain and BrNCH3 is attached to this straight chain. Now, from which side can we give numbering to this chain? Either from left hand side or from right hand side. So we have to focus on alphabetical order. As alphabetically bromine comes first, that's why correct numbering is from the left hand side. So the IUPAC name of this structure is 2-bromo. You can observe here 2-bromo 3-methyl butane. Let us discuss the IUPAC nomenclature for dihalogen compounds. Dihalogen indicates two halogens are present in the compound. Dihalogen compounds naming according to the IUPAC system is based on whether the halogen atom is present on the same carbon atom or different carbon atoms. There are two types of dihalogen compounds we are going to discuss, that is geminal dihalide and vicinal dihalide. So let us start with the dihalogen compounds. Nomenclature of dihalogen compounds depends upon whether the halogen atom is attached to same or different carbon atom. Geminal dihalides, in this both the halogen atoms are bonded to the same carbon atom. It is also called as alkylidene dihalide or alkylidene halides. We can understand this part by discussion of example. So here is the example. In this example, you can observe that both the bromines are bonded to the same carbon atom. So that's why this example is geminal dihalides example. Let us see the common name and IUPAC name. As we have talked about, this is called as alkylidene dihalide. The common name will be ethylidene dibromide. Ethylidene for the 2 carbon atom and dibromide shows that 2 bromines are there. While both the bromines are bonded to this carbon and this will be numbered as 1. So the IUPAC name of this structure is 1,1 dibromoethane. Next one is vicinal dihalide. In this, both the halogen atoms are bonded to the adjacent carbon atom, and it is also called as alkyl dihalide or alkylene halides. Here is the example of vicinal dihalides. Students, you can observe here both the bromines are bonded to the adjacent carbon atoms. So, common name for this structure is ethylene dibromide and IUPAC name is 1,2 dibromoethane. As we have discussed, it is called as alkylene dihalide and it contains two carbon atoms. So, common name is ethylene dibromide. We can give the numbering from this side or from this side. So indirectly it gives IUPAC name 1,2 dibromoethane. IUPAC system of nomenclature for polyhalogen compounds. As we know, polyhalogen compounds are the compounds which contain more than one halogen atoms. Let us understand the examples of these polyhalogen compounds and their nomenclature. CH2Cl2. Common name for this is methylene dichloride. Two chlorine atoms are bonded to the single carbon atoms. Therefore, IUPAC name for this compound is dichloromethane. CHCl3. Common name for this compound is chloroform. Here also three chlorine atoms are bonded to single carbon atom. Therefore, IUPAC name for this compound is trichloromethane. The next example is CCl4. Common name for this compound is carbon tetrachloride. Four chlorine atoms are bonded to single carbon atom. Therefore, IUPAC name of this compound is tetrachloromethane. The common name for this compound is trimethylene dibromide. Trimethylene, that means 3 times CH2 group is present and 2 bromine atoms are attached to it. The IUPAC name for this compound is 1,3 dibromopropane. As we can give numbering from left hand side or right hand side, and on first and third position bromine atoms are present. Therefore, IUPAC name for this is 1,3 dibromopropane. The next example is here. You can observe here there are 4 carbon atoms in a straight chain and bromine and chlorine are attached to the straight chain. Here on focusing the alphabetical order, the bromine comes first. So correct numbering is from the left hand side. So IUPAC name of this compound is 2-bromo. You can observe here 2-bromo 3-chloro-butane. The last part of IUPAC system of nomenclature is for haloarenes or aryl halide. Haloarenes are named by adding prefixes halo, that means it may be a fluoro, chloro, iodo or bromo before the name of aromatic hydrocarbon. Let us take an example of it. Here chlorine atom is bonded to the benzene ring. So according to the rules of IUPAC system, the name of this structure is chlorobenzene. The next example, bromine is bonded to the benzene. So name of this compound is bromobenzene. For the di-substituted benzene, the position of substituents are indicated by the prefix ortho, meta and para. That is, if substituents are present on the first and second position of benzene, then use prefix ortho. If substituents are present on the first and third position of benzene ring, then use meta prefix. If substituents are present on first and fourth position of benzene ring, then use para prefix. Let us discuss the example of di-substituted benzene. In this example, 2 chlorine atoms are bonded to the benzene ring. Let us understand the position of chlorine atom. Here, the one chlorine atom is bonded to the first position of benzene ring and second chlorine atom is bonded to the third position of the benzene ring. So this is the 1,3 position of benzene. Therefore, meta prefix is used to name this structure. So M dichlorobenzene is the common name for this structure. IUPAC name of this structure is 1,3 dichlorobenzene as chlorine is present on first and third position. The next example is here. In this structure also two chlorine atoms are present, but the position of chlorine atom is different than the first example. Here one chlorine atom is bonded to the first position of the benzene and another chlorine atom is bonded to the second position of the benzene ring. So 1, 2 position of benzene ring is represented by the prefix ortho. So while naming this structure, we are using ortho prefix. The name of this compound is orthodichlorobenzene and IUPAC name of this structure is 1, 2 dichlorobenzene as chlorine is present on first and second carbon atom of benzene. In this example, methyl group and chlorine atom is present on the benzene ring. Let us understand the position of these groups. Methyl group is present on the first position and chlorine is present on the fourth position. So for the first and fourth position of the benzene ring, we have to use para prefix. Here, if only methyl group is attached to the benzene ring, then that structure is called as toluene. This toluene term we are using for the naming this structure here. So the common name for this structure is para-chlorotoluene and IUPAC name for this structure is 4-chlorotoluene as chlorine is present on the fourth position of the toluene compound.